Okay, so this is another series of two quotes and a propositional statement. You are as powerful and strong as you allow yourself to be. I also know how important it is in life, not necessarily to be strong, but to feel strong. Discuss the importance of personal strength. So again, personal strength is what the propositional statement says, but there's two ways that they're asking you to contextualize that. Okay, as you allow yourself to be, you're as powerful and strong as you allow yourself to be. The second one is not to be strong, but to feel strong. Right? So these need to be compared. Okay, so let's have a go. So, as you allow yourself to be, well, in the context of tracks, what we're talking about there is this conformity and the roles and identity, yeah, and whether you can overcome that. Okay, not necessarily to be strong, but to feel strong. So this is to do with nature, right? But also adversity in some way. Okay, what's that mean? It's like and I think the temptation here will talk about, oh yes, strength is very important here 3 times when they're really strong. That's not what it's saying. All right, here it's saying, you've got to. It's not necessarily to be strong. You don't have to be strong, but you have to feel strong, right? Okay, so you may or may not be strong is the thing, but you've got to feel like you are strong, even if you're not. So there's this testing against nature. Right, and that that will allow you to to find to develop yourself and to find who you really are. And I think this is part of that. But also in the feel strong regarding to nature, it's to do with courage. Right, this is especially important in Into the Wild, right? Sorry, in Tracks. Davidson talks all the time about how she's not courageous. But she's challenging herself to be brave. Yeah. And again, you might talk about this introspection versus action. Yeah, for Davidson, she was full of self-doubt. But for McCandless, he was forever sure, wasn't he? He was all about action. Yeah, and so for him, it didn't matter whether he had any actual ability to do it. It was important to him that he was able to do it. He was brave enough. He was whatever else. Okay. Okay. So adversity, especially personal tragedy, it can weaken you. Yeah, it could make you feel powerless when you're when that's all that is about you. You're the kid whose family fight. You're the the woman whose mother died. You're whoever, right? So it's not about whether you can cross the desert. It's about how you feel about that, I guess. Conformity. So, especially in regards to identity, it's about, you know, I think this is one we could easily challenge. We could think about this a bit more. So you're powerful as strong as you allow yourself to be. Is that true? Is an assigned role escapable? Can you escape your consigned identity? When you're raised from a child with stories about, princes saving princesses, and your role in society is to look as attractive as possible so that the best knight in shining armor will come and rescue you. Can you really escape that? And conversely, right? When you're told that you're the best thing for you to do is to put on armor and violently kill people until you can get a woman, is that really escapable? Can you really escape that? We think about, especially with in the indigenous people, right? The only thing that she can look forward to is to marry someone who will beat her, right? The only thing that her brother can look forward to is to become a station hand, right? Is that escapable, right? So on the other hand, sometimes it is, right? Sometimes you can escape the normal. But I think what they're both showing, is that perhaps it is only possible when you're already in a position of privilege. Right? McCandless, the family's rich. He was going to go to Harvard. You don't find poor kids running off into Alaska. All right? That's just not what happens. He's rich, he's privileged, and then he has the privilege to be able to feel strong. Right? He has the privilege to be able to break his the constraints of society and be strong. Right? So yeah, again, you kind of have to put this together as a logical kind of discussion. Is it your are they both especially strong because they're able to break the nature of their conformity, or is it an aspect of their privilege, or were they even able to break from it? Or you could take an entirely different route. Okay, I'll see you in the next class.